Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for tuning in and joining me in today's podcast. It's been a little while and I've been a little bit inconsistent, which, no excuses here. Can't blame the Eclipse portal and all of that. But anyway, I'm here now and I thought I'll give you a little update on the upcoming partial solar eclipse in the sign of Virgo, which is the second of two new moons in Virgo. So that's a really big deal as we are moving through this portal. And I feel like probably a lot of you, we've been whirled around and things have been speeding up and new opportunities coming in, and it can feel like a lot is happening. And also, how do we integrate it? How are we digesting life in general? Because Virgo is about digestion. It is about how we it's about health and well-being. It's about being of service, being very connected with our inner world, with our intuition. Virgo is the wise one who is very connected with the cyclical nature. So there is a deep discerning around what is good for me, what am I moving forward, what am I willing and ready to let go. So it's quite a mixed bag, this eclipse portal. And I feel like so many of us, we've been moving houses, we've been readjusting our workplaces, maybe new opportunities coming in. And so there's so much going on, because also Virgo rules the sixth house of the zodiacal wheel, which is about what we do everyday rituals, routines, work that we do, what we are here to be of service of. And this is changing. So there is so much reflecting, feeling into, weighing up our gains and losses. So it's such a profound inner journey, and we're all on it uniquely as well as on a collective level. So the more compassionate we can be, which is that, the opposing sign of Pisces, and that's where the eclipses are in Pisces and Virgo. Order versus chaos, sacredness versus mundane, and how can we bring it together so we can find this midpoint and it's not one versus the other. And so huge times. And I'm talking to you right now. Here it is Saturday, the 20th of September, 2025. And we're only 2 days away from, or less than 48 hours away from, the next new moon in Virgo. So we had already a new moon in Virgo almost 4 weeks ago at the first degree of Virgo, and now another new moon in Virgo at the very last degree. So this is profound, because the eclipse portal opened when the moon and the sun merged, came together at the first degree of the sign of the wise one, who holds the torch of inner wisdom, of light, of also of reflection. There is also with Virgo is such a paradoxical sign in so many ways, because there is a readiness, there is a fertility, a ripeness, a prosperity there. She's the harvest one. And then also at the same time, also Venus is represented by the hermit in the tarot, which needs time away. We need to also remove ourselves from the busyness of life, to especially then these are the times where we can harvest our own inner jewels, our wisdom, and away from everything and in the divine union with nature herself. So, and I'm sure you've all gone through a lot already, but I feel like, yes, there is an element of grief, of mourning, of um there is that letting go period. At the same time, I feel so many of us, we've been feeling the excitement of the new. We can feel things are moving, changing towards that very hope-filled future, which it's gonna happen. It is happening, it's on the way. And still, it's also, it requires a deep honesty with ourselves. So I'm gonna read out in Dane Rudhyar's book, An Astrological Mandala, the last degree of Virgo. And yeah, so what are the keynotes here? He says the total concentration required for reaching any spiritual goal. The last message of this hemicycle of individualization is that on all decisive occasions, what must be done has to be done so intently that no outer voices can penetrate the mind, still less the soul. The neophyte stands at the gates of the sacred pyramid. There is only one step he can take ahead, or he is lost. This is the culminating step, the decision that results from a myriad of small choices. Still, a shadow of hesitation can remain. Attention may be distracted from the now by a voice from the past, glamorizing some old memory. The outer doors of perception and thought must be closed, so the soul can complete its conquest of illusion. Ooh, getting goosebumps here. That's the last degree of Virgo, and I love that. There is so many keywords in there that are really highlighted. The conquest of illusion, because this new moon is opposing. So Monday, 22nd of September, new moon, partial solar eclipse in Virgo at the last degree point, which is called the anaretic degree. It's a degree point of it's crucial. There is completion of mastery, of self-mastery. And Virgo also rules the mind. So let us be compassionate, because our minds can go rampant. We can have so many thoughts, and also that lead back, opposing Saturn in Pisces. We can be led back into the past. We can have all ghosts and shadows coming up from the past, guiding us what's ready to let go of, but we may be holding on. So that is where the Virgoan discerning comes in. It's like, okay, I still feel like I want to move forward, and there's this push and pull back to the past. And also Dane Ruggia, he says, um, so that no outer voices can penetrate the mind, still less the soul. So we're really, Virgo rules the mind, Pisces rules the soul. So we're bringing it together in a beautiful harmony. And can we allow ourselves to feel everything, no matter what comes up? And this is not a time, and we may have many doubts. And I feel the challenge here is to be courageous. Eclipses require the heroic aspect, because we are slaying dragons from the past. That's what the hero does, the heroine. We are meeting the ghosts from the past, and we are ready to bring together the Ouroboros, the tail and the head of beauty, of grace, of a greater consciousness that is ready to be birthed. Virgo is that aspect of birthing ourselves into a new cycle, into a new earth grid. The ley lines, everything is, I feel like, lining up, harmonizing. There is also a sense of this is the end. There is so much ending, the end of time, the end of a timeless time, the end of time, so we can be more timeless, the end of space, so we can be more spaceless, as simultaneously our whole beingness is coming into focus. We're really, I mean, we know we are not just this body, we are divine channels of light. So our body, what we are saying, how we are acting, it's there is a divine channeling, a multi-dimensionality that's coming together. And I feel like we are really becoming more embodied of who we truly are. And this requires letting go. There is no way around it. Yes, there is. We can ignore that. We can say, oh, not just yet. I'm not ready. I don't know. I'll do it another time. But I feel, and it's not about knowing exactly where we're going to go, because we won't know. On a new moon, we are, may we just plant seeds. May we just say, okay, I can feel I'm at a crossroads, I'm at a turning point. Let us call in the benevolent beings that are here to protect us and support and guide us. And then we can let go. We can hand it all over to Source, Universe, God, whatever, and give it into the hands of love. And love will look after things. So at least we can sort of disseminate, drain our busy minds from, whoa, where's this going? I don't know. This option, that option. I'm not ready to let go. So it's fine, and it's good to be. Sometimes it's because Pisces and Virgo show us chaos. And for the ancients, and I think I say that every time, chaos was the primordial void. It was not like, oh, it's so chaotic. It's more like handing it over to the gods and allowing a creative source and force to come through and guide us through our dreams, our visions, our let us just ask for it, because Virgo is about giving and receiving. And if we ask and let go of any outcome and how it should be, because that's the trick as well, because Virgo at the last degree point, she wants to know, she wants things precisely. There is an eye for detail, there is an expectation how things should work out. But then the universe and Pisces tells us, just surrender. There's nothing to do right now, especially not in the mind. The mind is the trickster. The mind takes us back into past, wanting to create a future based upon past. But now it's like timelines are merging, multi-dimensionality is coming through, and it's like we are reborn. So this is big shit. This is huge. And also, and we can already feel it. It's not just then, oh, on Monday at this time, it's going to happen. It's also going to ripple out over the next 6 months, how we are manifesting, what we are envisioning, and no pressure. Like it's not, oh my God, I forgot to manifest, I'm fucked. I, it's that's new age thinking that we can, if I forget this affirmation, I'm doomed. So it's not about that. It's being present. That's all it requires, and letting go of expectations and outcomes. And so as we can see also, as we're moving ahead here, 21st, 22nd, we're also gonna have, we just had Venus moving into Virgo until the 13th of October, roughly, I think. Let's have a quick look. Venus in Virgo until the 14th of October, she's moving into Libra. And so this is also interesting that when Venus moves out of Leo, so Venus, she's been a very heartwarming, sharing, very artistic and expressive in the sign of Leo. And now she's in Virgo, where she's actually in detriment. She's at least comfortable because she's opposing her exalted sign of Pisces, where she's creative, she's in the flow, she's connected to the divine. And now Venus is again, she's in the sign of Mercury. She's more cerebral, she's thinking, she's in the sign of the mind, which makes her a bit less affectionate, less sexual, more being of service, action oriented, eye for detail, being organized, being she wants to line up the ducks. So there's a big change. So it's more practical. Venus is more practical now, and we maybe feel that shift. So and here it's also beautiful energy to work together, to prepare for what's to come. It's very task focused, and also, yes, she's a lot in the mind. So again, the challenge, the bravery, courage here is to let go of the mind. There's this saying, to let go and let God, whatever you believe in God. But yeah, letting the universe look after us and unfold. And so also we have this strong Virgo presence where we want to be of service for the greatest good. And so as this new moon solar eclipse is leading up, Venus is also coming into square to Uranus. So there can be shakeups and breakthroughs and epiphanies around relationships, around how we relate to ourselves, to others, the give and receive polarity. Is there a balance? There can be shocks, surprises, news. Also, I feel like this is also very tied into this new moon, and the effects will be rippling out into the next 6 months, into the future, where we may be surprising ourselves. Everything I feel we're putting on the altar. We're putting everything up through great honesty, through being of service to life itself. And also, yes, there can be shakeups, breakthroughs, breakups. But I feel like the energy, there's a certain stability and groundedness with Virgo. I feel, yes, we might feel like the rug is being pulled beneath our feet because there is just so much change. And yeah, and also like Uranus is the planet, and particularly in Gemini, where things can happen fast, abruptly, suddenly. Sometimes we're not ready, expecting the unexpected kind of thing, ready or not. And everything is here to move us forward. Also, this new moon is opposing Saturn. So that's a very crucial aspect here, because we could also, while we are feeling the newness and the change, and we want to run straight into it, and we don't want to lose time, but also Saturn is the father time, is the concept of time, and say, okay, there is no rush. Just sit with it. Just be with it. You don't have to pump it all out. It's there is a divinity there. And also maybe we feel a bit held back. We feel like something, there's something that still has a bit of a foot on the brake, because also it's a new moon. We got the next 6 months for things to ripple out and bring that newness. And also with Saturn in Pisces, there is grief, there is mourning as we're letting go of the past. And also as we are invited to surrender, to bring the sacredness into the mundane, to really connect with a greater, a higher source. That is, it's so fascinating, because Virgo is the last sign in the southern hemisphere beneath the horizon. And this is the last point before we reach that first bit of Libra, because also we are at the equinox. The moon, the sun is moving into Libra only hours later after this new moon on Monday. So there is a whole new beginnings, new birthing for relationships, incredible relationship time as the sun moves into the sign of Libra, trining Pluto in Aquarius, trining. We have a grand air trine coming, trining Uranus in Gemini, and there is a deep transformation of self through relationships. Me versus the other. Who am I now? Who do I want to become more of to create the relationships that I've been wishing, longing for, whether they be intimate, whether they be business partners? This is big times. And also it shows us with Pluto in Aquarius, hierarchies are falling top down, nothing, anything that is unlike, like love is all there is, and anything that is unlike love is coming up for us to look at and to let go, and to know that also whatever, whoever, wherever is falling away, that knowing that I'm divinely guided, and the universe would never remove anything if it wasn't meant to be. And so there's a lot of courage and heroism in this, in this new lunation, which will ripple out over the next 6 months. And also the next 6 months will be so profound, because Saturn is retrograding back into Pisces and won't return to Aries until around mid-February. We will see Uranus moving back into Taurus, changes, of earth, of embodiment. Earth changes until April next year. So there is this 6 month period where we are integrating, where we are working with the ghosts and shadows of the past in order to move forward as a preparation from the inside out and vice versa, as above, so below, for all the magic and amazingness that is yet to come. And it's already, this is just a beginning. And also this week, just briefly, Mars will move into Scorpio. So we have all the personal planets moving signs. So that's a huge energetic shift. Venus in Virgo, Mercury in Libra, beautiful time for communicating compassionately, creating collaboration, win-win situations. Mars moving into his sign of Scorpio. Mars is the traditional ruler of Scorpio. We want honesty, clarity, that there is a commitment to our actions and assertiveness while we are of service. It's like, yes, I'm committing to this. I no longer, yes, Libra it can bring up doubts, yes, but there is a commitment to our own inner truth and honesty. So I'll leave you with this. Thank you so much for joining me. So much love, and I will talk to you very soon, and happy eclipse time. Bye for now. See ya.